Are you afraid to lead? Are you afraid to lead? Are you afraid to be a leader? That's the question. I want to talk about leading today. I want to talk about leading people, being a leader, and what being a leader looks like, and why you may be afraid to lead, and what you can do about it. Because if you're watching this live, or if you're watching it pre-recorded and you're still here, then you are a person who wants to be a leader, who you have felt the tug or the pull to do more and to take more responsibility to actually see something change. And you felt it in your heart, you felt it in your soul. Even the things that you do cater towards making a change, making a difference. But yet, you've been afraid to do it. Maybe you have all of the ideas on how things can change, but your foot has not moved forward to be the first in battle. Many soldiers, many people can strategize about a winning play and how to win the war or how to win the basketball game, but no one wants to take that last shot. No one wants what comes with leading. And we know why people take that last shot. We know why people have the idea about what it will come down to. And so when you think about it, you think about yourself. Why am I afraid to step front in battle? Why am I afraid to be the one that people can call on? What about it? Well, subconsciously we know. Subconsciously you know why you're afraid to lead. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about leadership and what that looks like. Leadership, leading people, it looks like choosing to do what no one else wants to do. It looks like being at the forefront of making a difference. That's what it looks like. Hello, Bossy Boots 007. Thank you for tuning in and joining. Hello, Cheryl. Thank you for tuning in and joining me here live. Oop, fell down. Oop, fell down again. Reported for reckless driving. Reckless driving? Not reckless driving. I'm driving and talking, but I can drive and talk, and I don't have to technically look at the camera to talk. But we're talking about leadership and being afraid to lead, right? And the question is, are you afraid to lead? Because again, you've probably, I don't know why my camera keeps falling. I think it's because I'm hitting like heels and stuff. But you've probably felt the tug yourself with regards to doing what no one else wants to do. And what I want to talk about is like what a leader actually is. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, I was a part of a leadership panel recently for men in leadership, and a lot of questions came up in regards to men balancing family, men balancing their positions, titles, and all this kind of stuff. And I realized the audience, or the people who were in there, right, for my place of employment, these are all people who are aspiring leaders. They want to know an insight about what that talk truly means when you are leading a group of people who trust in you to assist them in changing their life or their well-being or reaching a goal for themselves. You are now a part of someone else's journey to elevate and make a difference themselves. That's what that looks like, right? And so as I listen, I start to see when people start hearing some of these things that they think of them so much as negatives. They think in terms of employee, because they are employees, versus an employer or a salaried man, keeps falling, versus an employer or a salary member, right, of how to truly think as a leader. That's ridiculous. This keeps falling. Maybe I need to tighten it. I'll do that later because I am driving, like I said. Yeah, most people when as I looked in the crowd, right, I'm like, okay, you guys aren't thinking about this in the correct manner as leading. Because when it comes to leading, right, they're thinking in the manner of like time. You know what? I'm just gonna fix it now. I'm stopped, so let me just fix it right now. There we go. There we go. I fixed it. But yeah, most of the people, they were thinking with the mentality in terms as an employee of, okay, the way y'all make it sound or the way leadership sounds, right? And we're just talking like in a work environment, right? Supervisor, manager, director, stuff like that, right? Because in my employment, that's what we have. It sounds not fun. It sounds unbalanced. It sounds like something I don't really want to do. It sounds like you work all day, you don't have time for family, you don't get vacations. It sounds like you just get pressure from the top people above you, and then you gotta apply that same pressure, and you have to lead a certain way and talk a certain way, and you got politics in the jobs and all of these things, and it sounds like something that you gotta like deal with as a leader. And so as people were hearing some of the stuff, I could tell in their eyes, they aspire to be a leader because they want to make money, right? Many people, when they see leadership positions and they see these things, right, it's because they want to make money. They think money. Oh, if I become a manager. Okay, we should be back. I think it had connection issues. But yeah, many people think, oh, if I become a vice president or a VP or president or whatever, I can make money. And I can have a title and be a leader and be over people and tell other people what to do and all of that. And I'm like, I don't think that's the perception of being a leader. But I realize here is the truth of why you're afraid to lead people. It's the responsibility. It really boils down to you being on your shoulders. If you are a king and you're going to battle, the war is won through you, and your choices are made through you. Literally, through your voice, through your word, do things happen. Whether they happen for the good or for the bad. And we always want to get praise when we make the right choices, right? But as a leader, we know that may not always be the case, that you may not always make the right choice. I mean, think about it right now. We have leaders over us right now in America that we ourselves have voted for, and you know, Republicans, not Republicans, but representatives and senators, right, that we voted for. People that we vote for, that we put in office to potentially make the best decisions for us, democracy, on our behalf. That's what we hope for, right? And we put the responsibilities on their shoulder to say, you know, the reason why our economy is like this, or the reason why we're going into wars or we're going into these things, is because of the people that we voted for. And someone has to do it, just not you. And that's what you're probably struggling with, is why not me? Well, it's responsibility. And so the thing you have to think about is, why don't you want that responsibility? You probably don't want it because it's a headache for you. You probably don't want it. Hello, Magnetar. Hello, Cheryl again. Hello. You probably don't want it because it feels like a lot. It feels like something that, if it doesn't go well, that it would mean damnation for you and your family. Oh, well, I'm in charge. If this doesn't pan out, then everyone's going to look at me. Everyone's going to blame me. Because as a leader, right? A leader will take all the blame, but a leader receives all of the glory, right? A leader will take all of the hate. Think about the quarterback in the NFL, in football. The games, the objective of the game is to win and score points, and the ball is always in the hands of the quarterback to make a decision of what to do with it. The ball literally goes to no one else. Even the decision that is made on the play goes to no one else but the quarterback. The entire nature of winning the game is in the hands of the quarterback, ultimately, of the entire team to make the right decisions, make the right choices, and follow instructions of what they're given from coordinators. So, as the quarterback is running the business, right, running the field, he's getting the advice and he's getting in his headset instructions from the coach and from the coordinators on how to win. But it is still his execution. Like, he still has to execute. And that's the same thing with leadership. You have to execute. If you're going to be a great leader, you have to. Not a lot of people want that pressure. Not a lot of people want that responsibility. You have to win. You have to execute. Like, if you employ somebody and they come work for you and you don't make money, then they don't eat, and it's all your fault. And a lot of people don't want that pressure. And maybe that's you. You don't want that. You're just like, I don't want to be responsible for somebody else. But here's the thing. Maybe you have been the one that has been chosen to be blessed to do it. Not everybody can be a leader. Not everyone can be in that type of limelight. Now, we like to say everyone's a leader in their own right and everyone's a leader in their own life and all that. I get all that. But I'm not talking about you leading just in your own life. I'm talking about leading people. Literally moving people in their perspective and their minds towards success. It takes sacrifice. It takes courage, bravery. It takes strength. It takes you knowing your self-worth and knowing yourself. It takes you understanding that you are made for it. It takes weathering the storms. Because there will be storms. There will be doubts. There are a lot of hard things that you would experience that they don't tell you about. But you know what the good part about leadership is that it's all worth it. It's all worth it. That tug that you feel in your heart to step out and do it because no one else is doing it, you do it. It's worth you doing. Because if you don't do it, you'll leave this world with regret. And you'll always wonder, what if you actually did it and you actually were the one to make a difference here? It was through your leadership, through you gathering people together, through your ideas, through your decisions that could have truly made a difference. You won't know because you never dared to step out on faith and say, I want to steer the ship. We're lost. We don't know our way home, but I am going to steer the ship. And if we crash, it's on me. But if we make it, that's also through me. And it's not just necessarily the glory of it all that you want to just gloat, right? Oh, hey, I led everybody. It was all me, right? You know, we understand that it was a team. But for you, you get more of the glory to say that you made an impact in the change that you wanted to see in the world. And that is where the excitement of it comes from. You being able to say, I was a part of something that changed for the better. So I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for thinking about me while I'm driving. This ain't the first time that I have just drove and recorded, right? I'm doing good. Cops are usually okay because again, I'm talking. I'm not like on the phone, but like talking and driving. But I'm home now, and I'm good, right? But yeah, think about that for yourself, right? Of being a leader. Are you afraid to lead? And if you are afraid to lead, I hope and I pray that you step out on faith. You step out in courage to do the thing that's been pulling at you to do. The thing that you need to truly consider in regards to what it will do for your life, personally, professionally, and for your family life. Because there are a lot of rewards as a leader. There's a lot of growth, personal growth as a leader that you will experience. And there is a lot of joy that you will experience as a leader. There's a lot of ups and downs. But ultimately, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world to literally do the thing that it's been pulling me to do, which I am a leader. And I encourage you to do the same. So, hope this helped you. Hope this was beneficial for you. If you want more of this, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you can get more videos just like these. I appreciate you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you next time.